people who are indoctrinated and gullible enough to actually believe in the utter nonsense this man spews. So, this is pretty good because it has the evidence alongside a picture, a camera recording, and I think this breaks it down really good. So
marked as DJT23, and I'm going to ask you: is this the photo that you were just referring to?
I think so. Yes.
Okay. And do you recall when you first saw this photo?
At some point during the process, I saw it. That's, I guess, her husband, John Johnson.
These are a few highlights.
Was an anchor for ABC. Nice guy, I thought. I mean,
you know something that specific about him, but you don't know Carol at all. And the fact that she was an advice columnist.
I don't know him, but I thought he was pretty good at what he did. I don't even know who the woman. Let's see. I don't know who. It's Marla.
Wait, why would John Johnson be right next to Marla in this photo?
Yeah.
I'm assuming she didn't know John Johnson at all.
You say Marla's in this photo?
That's Marla. Yeah, that's my wife.
Which one are you pointing to?
And keep in mind, his wife is right next to him in that photo, like off to his right.
Here.
Yeah.
Oh, is that,
The person you just pointed to was
I
Eugene
see.
Carroll.
Who is that? Who is this?
And the woman on the right is.
I don't know. This is the picture. I assume that's John Johnson. Is that Carol? Because it's very blurry.
And again, this has become very famous in this video. I just start kissing them. It's like a magnet. Just kiss. I don't even wait. And when you're a star, they let you do it.
Who on this planet just goes up kissing women, you know, touching them, getting handsy? You know, these rich, powerful people have something really bent in their minds. Money destroys people. Stardom rots you, man. Because, okay, like, if you're this touchy guy, and if you're this womanizer, like, you don't go full on kissing women. That just doesn't happen. Obviously, you're gonna riz women up. You're gonna, you know, maybe touch their arms, possibly even touch a hand if it's, you know, that intimate and you know that person particularly well. But this, I think, more towards, or actually signals towards him being a full-on grapist without the G.
You can do anything. Grab them by the pussy. You can do anything. That's what you said, correct?
Well, historically, that's true with stars.
Historically, what the fuck?
True with stars that they can grab women by the.
Well, that's.
You're not helping yourself, man. You're making yourself look worse. You wonder why you lost? This isn't a witch hunt. This is a legal failure by you.
If you look over the last million years, I guess that's largely true. Not always, but largely true. Unfortunately or fortunately.
Million years. Were there even stars in the past million years?
He already said, remember doing the lecture, he said, we just bantering, he apologized, we were just joking around. He could have just said yes, because usually in these depositions, the whole idea is don't talk too much, because you're going to get in trouble. Say yes, no, I don't know. Yes, no, I don't remember. 3 things you got to do. But he kept on elaborating. And when you elaborate and all that, you get in trouble like what he did right now. Oh, they've been doing it for me. They just let you do it. So in other words, when the jury heard it, they were horrified. They're like, this guy really did it then. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you consider yourself to be a star?
Yeah, of course.
I think you can say that.
So the implication right there is that, yes, I, Schmonald Schmump, do grab women by the cat.
Yeah.
By the P word. Like, you're outright admitting to it, man. This is not a good look for you.
And
God, imagine being Takapina, having to defend the lowest common denominator client that you could ever possibly end up with in a court of law.
No, it's locker room talk. I don't know. It's just the way people
Locker room,
talk.
yeah.
okay, let's take a look at the next
Okay,
video.
you just said this actively happens among stars.
Million years. You
Which
give a
is
date.
DJT 38.
Keep in mind, this guy flew on Schmeffrey Schmepstein's Express. Okay, so just remember that, buddy.
Hopefully our great movement, and there's never been anything like this in the United States, and the only way they figure they can slow it down is to come up with people that are willing to say, oh, I was with in 1980.
Nothing changes.
I was sitting with him on an airplane. And he went after me on the plane. Yeah, I'm going to go after. Believe me, she would not be my first choice, that I can tell you. Man. You don't know. That would not... Be my first.
Yeah, clearly not your first choice because you've had Ivanka, Marla, Melania, who you cheated on with Schmormy Schmanuels. Okay, so even if you do have a first pick, you don't have that first pick for very long, Donnie boy. Okay, you're not helping yourself. You dumb motherfucker.
When you said in that video that Ms. Leeds would not be your first choice, you were referring to her physical look.
I look at her, I see her, I hear what she says, whatever. You wouldn't be a choice of mine either, to be honest with you. I would not, under any circumstances, have any interest in you. I'm honest when I say it. I would not have any interest in.
What is he thinking? What is he thinking, Omar?
Yeah.
Why would he do this to himself, man?
He's an idiot.
Oh. Okay, I think I saw a report from Farron Cousins over at the liberal or social democrat leading legal channel, The Ring of Fire. He covers these cases in which, politicians get taken to court.
Yeah.
And what he said was that tons and tons and tons of criminal defense lawyers snoped out to having Donnie Boy as a client.
Yeah.
And now that Tacopina has actually accepted him as a client, we're seeing the repercussions of that. Because all he does is run his fucking trap non-stop.
Even
all right?
lawyer is just looking for self-promotion. See how he talks? He's like a New Yorker.
It's gonna come back in the to bite him. All right? Defending a guy like this. And you notice how everybody involved legally with Donnie Boy here has gotten into legal trouble themselves. like for the Mafia Don, see what I did there? You're gonna have to skirt the law and commit some crimes. So don't be surprised when it catches up to you, folks. Okay?
Yeah.
We're gonna finish this up, then we'll transition into the town hall.
What else did you know about Miss Leeds that would indicate to you that she would not have been your first choice, other than how she looked?
I don't know. I think I probably saw her on television or something. But I don't want to be insulting. But when people accuse me of something, I think I have a right to be insulting because they're insulting me. They're doing the ultimate insult. They make up stories, and then I'm not allowed to speak my mind. No, I disagree with that. No, she would not have been anywhere on a list. I just wouldn't have been for me. It's disgusting. It's what she said was disgusting. Can you imagine doing that on an airplane? What she said? I'm doing that on an airplane. That's almost as ridiculous as doing it in Bergdorf Goodman in a dressing room.
You are a very ridiculous person, so the idea that you would find yourself in extremely ridiculous scenarios like creating steaks, creating schmuck vodka, starring on The Apprentice as the boss, this isn't far-fetched from what you typically do, Donnie Boy, because you are just that comical in real life, okay? Sorry to say it, but that's how you are. You are a showman, first and foremost. And it's really showing into what we're about to get into. So Aaron Rupert, wonderful, wonderful journalist, really sticks it to the man, compiled a really high-quality